Did you know that spiders can't win not only insects, but also frogs and even snakes? And although a considerable part of spiders completely harmless, in many countries there are extremely dangerous individuals who are capable of incredible things, especially in a fit of rage. In this and the release you will learn a lot of interesting facts about different spiders and see what these arthropods are capable of rage. In most countries of the world, this creature it is known as the camel spider. Because of the desert habitat or house scorpio, because of the high-speed movement. However, in the CIS countries there are about 1,000 species in this order. Although all of them have many common features. For example, all salpugs are extremely voracious. In captivity, the camel spider, literally meaning it can eat until it bursts, when at the same time, camel spiders are very mobile and almost all of them are nocturnal predators. Among subspecies are found as carnivores and omnivores. They feed on termites, bees, beetles, black chicks and other small arthropods, but can also eat larger ones animals. For example, lizards, salpuga in business fights with scorpions with equal the size of the opponents usually wins. The salpuga of the prey is seized with lightning speed, it is firmly held, torn and kneads with the jaws. Although if there will be too many opponents, resist all at once camel spider he won't be able to, but frogs have a chance against. There is not much of such a spider. If salpuga seriously hungry, have a snack she won't refuse. Amphibians, besides the dimensions, allow it without fear to engage in such battles. After all, most species of camel spiders they grow up to 57 centimeters in length. By the way, some types of farts are known in California as beehive devastators. At night, sneaking into the hive, the spider destroys in one fell swoop a huge number of sleepers. Bees, however, have this disadvantage. Don't discount it. The greed of a spider, with a swollen belly from the abundance of swallowed food and not unable to exit the hive, the spider remains. Wait for your participation and wake up in the morning. Bees brutally take revenge on the offender. Tarantula in the case of stinging insects. By the way, wasps, especially large ones, can fight back. Most abusers are equal with them size, and sometimes goes to the big guys. See how long the wasp was able to stay in the same aquarium with a tarantula, which many consider the king. Playing with the spider, she even managed to inflict a few serious blows. However, size was still crucial in this battle. A giant spider came out of it the winner. Tarantulas are generally one of the strongest and most ruthless fighters in the world of arachnids. Since we're talking about battles between creatures of different species, it is worth noting that the tarantula is quite suitable. The power to cope with even the largest scorpions. There are few chances, and a giant centipede. By the way, in most of these aquarium battles, insects are not eager to fight with each other, which means that in the wild, they would simply disperse in different sides, which is very reasonable. The solution, given that angry tarantula is capable of many things, they are afraid. Tarantulas are even large predators. Take a look. No matter how strong you are, the hunting instincts of this cat, she is not dares to touch the tarantula, limited to studying from a distance. By the way, did you know that tarantulas are not dangerous to humans as it may seem, but they look very creepy, and besides, tarantulas are poisonous, but their venom is not poses a threat to human life. However, this cannot be said about the black widow, a really dangerous spider. Look further and you will learn a couple interesting facts about this arthropod, and you will see fights with his participation, as well as learn about the most poisonous and dangerous spider on the planet, and you'll see what he is capable of. Furious. Why is Black Widow so popular? There's no taste of Marvel movies. I'm talking about spiders. This species is considered one of the most poisonous in the world. It is believed that the poison of the Black Widow is several times stronger than the venom of some snakes. But all this concerns only females. Bites males and young. Spiders are not harmless, not only for humans, but also for animals. Like most arachnids, Black the Widow hunts insects. Sometimes she eats mice, lizards and snakes caught in the net, but very rarely. In desert, Black Widows live on a diet scorpions. It is known that her web is the most strong compared to other species spiders. Widows don't weave pretty nets. Instead, they create an elastic interlacing of thick threads, coarse and sticky. The widow is not aggressive, but can bite when her peace of mind is disturbed. If she's trapped, she's unlikely to will bite, preferring to pretend to be dead or hide. Bites are possible when the spider is cornered and he can't run away. Traumatizing people occur due to protective bites received when the female unintentionally pinned down or clamped. You will be surprised, but such a venomous spider in the wild a lot of natural enemies. Some bird species they may well eat these spiders. The bird will be only in the most extreme case, but the birds can hardly get out of cobwebs, and widows have it so strong enough to hold even a snake. Barely appearing on the internet is amateur video shocked many. Is the black widow really under the power to kill a snake, and not some kind of a snake, and a coral asp, which is also poisonous? In fact, such a battle was supposed to decide in 1 second. The one who bit would be the first, would automatically become the winner of the fight. He would have remained just wait until it starts to act poison. However, on the side of the spider it turned out the advantage is the web. And here to the author of the video who as such fights occur right next to the house, remains just to sympathize, how much more poisonous creatures are crawling around him dwellings. But for mantises, black widow is a favorite dish. This dish will not have time to overcome his first, of course. This video was shot quite by chance. The battle unfolded in the garage of the operator in the state of Oklahoma. In terms of the rules are very interesting, since opponents have to fight in the air. Who won the victory in this? It's hard to say for sure about the fight, but most viewers still put on the mantis. Would you like to watch the battle of equals rivals? Then you should definitely see the battle of the black widow and the Brazilian a wandering spider. It did not last very long. The wandering spider is fast. I understood what the approach of poisonous threatens colleagues and hit first. By the way, did you know what exactly the Brazilian wandering spider is? The most venomous spider in the world. Up to palm trees the primacy belongs to him. This spider rarely attacks people, but if it happens when not showing timely first aid. Lethal. The outcome will be almost inevitable. Wednesday habitat. The most dangerous arachnids have chosen tropical forests of South America. The body of a Brazilian wandering spider, it is about 5 centimeters and the length is 15 centimeters. However, there were larger instances with the length of the paws is 22 centimeters. Basic hunting time is night. Its telling name, this spider deserved it. A certain permanent area or the habitat of these spiders is not. They are always on a journey. Unpleasant for a person is that sometimes he goes into at home. Brazilian wandering spider loves feast on bananas and will not miss opportunities to get into the box with this fruit. For his addiction, this spider got another name, banana spider, but the main food for him is still are not fruits, hunted in mainly on other spiders and insects, and it also happens that it attacks birds and lizards that surpass him in size. In the case it is necessary to expose the Brazilian wanderer against serious opponents, so I suggest you take a look at his fight with a dangerous poisonous wasp. With each successful sting, the spider is all loses orientation in space more, and in the end can resist wasp attacks, and at the end, when it seems that the wasp wins and the spider falls with its paws up, he manages to bite an insect. A wasp it stings him for the last time. The spider squeezes him once paws and releases the wasp, remains paralyzed and can no longer control your ability manage. OSA almost immediately begins to experience the impact poison, can fly away with difficulty moving around. Who got out here? The winner. It is worth looking at the situation in perspective. The wasp will stay alive after the bite. He will be paralyzed for a long time, but still after ingestion of the poison, the Brazilian wanderer, it will not be possible to survive. An epic battle. What about a duel with Mantis over Black Widow? Green the hunter managed to gain the upper hand, but will be able to can he stand up against the most poisonous spider in the world in a fight with a Brazilian wanderer? A Mantis will have to rely on the trick with the help of hypnotizing smooth swaying. It should come to spider as close as possible, and stay at this is unnoticed. But deceive the enemy it fails, and the enemies lock in a deadly embrace, theoretically a praying Mantis. At the same time, he does not become helpless. His sharp paws can still rip open the belly of a spider, but it's too late. After all, the Brazilian wanderers are still at the very beginning. Contractions manage to make their poisonous lunge. A few more seconds pass, and the Mantis becomes completely helpless. Brazilian wandering spider won victory. It is thanks to its powerful poison, and now the enemy will stay with him, but already as a dinner. And for whom are you sick in this tough fight? Write to in the comments. Thank you very much for viewing.